that are a good matchup, but Orianna makes sense, and he's going to lock it in.
Fantastic. Compositions look great for both teams and the style that they want to play.
That steal of the red, and with a pushing mid lane, with bottom lane shoving up.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Not looking good for Fat Fabulous. Flash is still up for him, but he could be followed by PK here looking for that volcanic rupture. One last hit and he gets it on the Q. One kill in the 6.5 minutes so far.
Here comes
Gets
Empty.
A little sketchy for Stomage. He's forced to flash. Now he's gonna get locked up a 3v1. Snowflower's forced to run and GBM can't help.
You know, for Supermassive, it's really not all that bad. Top lane has stabilized. Yes, there was a solo kill there, but this is not a carry advantages here. And GBM has the blue buff. Catch him with a shockwave.
We were wondering when it would hit. GBM finally going in. Here comes Snowflower, gets the flash, the grand entrance, and the charm. He does pick up the kill as well.
Snowflower with a screen away engage there. The follow-up was insane onto Candy. They're going to get first turn off of that ribbon. What a...
Quick change of pace, and Koala could go down here. He gets head bumped out on GBM. And a few more attacks.
Oh,
No, it's the flash! That only got worse.
Like the potential of getting a turret, it's not guaranteed.
Whoa, huge damage onto Candy. There's no way he's getting out alive here. Flash still down.
So there's a lot of ways for Supermassive to play out these team fights, and GRX is going to have to be very careful. But
and GRX may be able to open up the map enough just off of that.
It was really down to the wire, but they do execute on a Rift Herald charge here, keeping Shelly healthy. So.
And a nice second charge from Shelly.
Coming behind.
Quickness goes in, and that's 2 members down. It's going to be Stitch getting hit up real hard. Koala's only living for a little bit longer on this one as a double kill comes through for Zeitnot. It's going to be a hit out on 2. That's the jungler. No, Candy is going to get himself taken down to possible pentakill now coming in here for Stitch. PK's the next one to get hit. There's the quadra kill. Empties in the eyes of Fat Fabulous, but he turns around before he can get the crowd control in. And they don't want it. Just a turret next to come up.
Try to commit to the fight afterwards anyway, and just get absolutely destroyed, and now Empty. Very slim chances of getting in for this Baron. Snowflower is here to zone him away.
Is that the entrance? I was going to say the inside's absolutely insane. Eyes on Zeitnot for the next fight, as well as Koala, that crowd control that can get back to him. Pulverize. Yeah, Stitch, 0. It's not what you want to see. Stomage getting knocked back, almost drunk under the table on that one by the explosive cat. Zeitnot's on the bottom of the fight. He starts off real quick with 1. Stitch forced to back out. There's the double kill already as Zeitnot continues to pile it on. The shock and awe from Supermassive is just too much for GRX. Fat Fabulous not stopping for the turret this time. There's the quadra. Oh my god, the quadra into a penta for Zeitnot.
What a magnet, Zeitnot. They don't even have a tier 1 turret in bot lane Riv. They're fighting at the inhibitor, getting a pentakill, 9-0 on the Kai'Sa. Complete dominance here in the team fight stage from Supermassive. They're going to be able to get an inhibitor here as well to boot.
9,000 gold lead now coming in favor of Supermassive as they take down the first inhibitor of the game. The last 7 minutes have been incredibly explosive, and Supermassive have been riding the wave.
What a dream game here for Zeitnot. The adrenaline has got to be pumping for him after those last 2 team fights. Completely taking over. Diving deep in that one, right into the back line, pushing Stitch out. And it's behind Stitch. It's just so hard to really see how they win a team fight without Zeitnot making a massive mistake and dying instantly.
You know, Azael, we came into this
is a little bit difficult, so Supermassive need to be patient, but in they go.
Featherstorm immediately. That's going to be the Ornhorn going out. Fat Fabulous and Stomage into the middle of the fight. They could be going down. Snowflower's into the middle and pops up the rest of GRX. Health bars are dropping as Empty goes first. Koala's going to fall next as another kill comes through for Zeitnot. He'll pick up another triple. Pile him on, baby. 16-3 at 30 minutes in. And Supermassive is going to sweep the rug out from under GRX in game 1. And we're going to game 2. How can they respond?
12-0-1
is Ornn coming in for GRX.
This is going to be pretty crazy here.
Aatrox in the mid lane.
Actually spotted them all out. No one walked over and checked that, and they're going top lane. Here's the
nice flash from Fat Fabulous, keeps himself alive, and they get Fear of Death. And Fear of the Death is putting PK beyond. He doesn't have flash from the top lane play. Quickly impaled and taken down. Stomage with just a sliver of health left and dunked by Candy on the
To
eight.
pull off, but there's no MR and no HP built up.
They telegraphed it in. Foxfire's gonna grab aggro. No, Fat Fabulous grabs aggro right away. Beautifully done on the
Jungle and Zeitnot may get caught out here. Oh, could not react.
hit. He still has the Feather Storm to go out, but it's a 3v2 as Snowflower tries to save him with Battle Dance once. A beautiful charm on 3, and they should be able to walk right out of this one.
Take the mid lane turret with this Rift Herald. Easy peasy.
Nice push from Fat Fabulous. He put 2 wards very deep in the jungle long
Super
ago.
Silver.
Charm onto Candy. He is down. As that is going to be Sweets for the side, a Supermassive. Turret's going to go down to mid lane as well with the help of Shelly. Koala looking from the right side. Solar Flare again off cooldown. He is just using that.
So, Candy can barely move. He hits the charm out of that, and then they follow it up with the CC. But there were some questions about how strong was their group, how strong were the opponents, but here's the engage.
Oh, they get empty. Will they be able to take him down right away? Oh, they're onto the back line and trying to get away is Stitch. He goes down immediately. Stomage getting out front of the turret. Koala's going to be the next one to go to possibly as Empty gets pulled in a Fear Beyond Death. And they're going to drop PK. The turret isn't even damaging Fat Fabulous as the team can prioritize the next target. GRX is looking to save their hides now as bot lane turret goes down. They head to base and Supermassive heads to the bank.
Oh my God, what a rush. Not sure you really want to be up in this guy's face like this.
Flipped and tripped. Disdain is on. They try to purge him out, and that's going to be the hit coming in. Is Stomage going to be able to get the kill? Yes, no, Stomage gets killed, I should say. Stitch comes up with that one, and they're now trying to save as it gets out down towards bot lane. 5-3, another kill possibly coming through. It's going to be a big charm onto Koala. And they kill Stitch so fast, it doesn't matter how much net damage you're denying from them. The front end burst is already too much.
Definitely agree. That being said, though, if they can hang on in these fights.
Deja Vu towards the bot side. Blade Caller not able to get those in, but he is still going to be suppressed. Fear Beyond Death takes down PK from just about full health as the team continues to shred his HP into that execution range.
Yeah, they still have Nocturne ultimate, and the Recon ultimate is about to come up. They could actually look for a dive here. Candy's just getting back to base. It's temporarily a 5v3.
Watching to see what Koala could try and do. He does have Solar Flare up, and he's probably the only one going in with Empty on the small follow. Empty's flash is out. The Impale can't even come in now, as they'll have to walk into the fight. Great job by SuperMassive to stay as that death ball. Nobody can actually find a target that they want, and it makes it almost impossible to engage. Now they're gonna have to take Fat Fabulous, but it's definitely not what they want. Candy tries to go in. Fat Fabulous finally down after 4 members can focus all their damage in. Here comes the Yorn Horn, and PK is back up, and it looks like SuperMassive have overstayed there. And see that he is coming in. 5,000 onto Baron. Zeitnot just on the bottom side. Stomage flashing in, and he's not going to get it. But the timing was there. A valiant attempt by Stomage, and he goes down.
Need to stay calm.
Horn's gonna start the fight off as they do see Charm is down for GBM. They try to focus him. Suppressed in is Fat Fabulous once again. Snowflower goes in with a 3-man knockup. Is the follow-up damage there as all of GRX starts to go low. Fear Beyond Death gets onto Candy, but he is able to resurrect with World Ender. Stitch goes in, the Cathian Rain gets the double kill to come in. He throws down the stopwatch, and he is safe in place. They will be able to grab mid lane, and a huge fight from GRX after Baron.
2 for 0. They're gonna get so much now with the Baron buff here. SuperMassive need to leave.
GLP flashes are happening. PK low, Orbit Deception, true damage almost taking him on the way back out. And mid turret is gonna go down as GRX is starting to suffocate SuperMassive's lead, or what they had of one.
Yeah, they're right back.
GRX. 4,800 gold power play. The same play from SuperMassive. Deja Vu. This is the fight that went in favor of GRX, but it's starting off on the right foot for SuperMassive as they again shock and awe. They GLP onto GRX, and now the chase is on as GRX cannot return the damage. They've lost GBM. But SuperMassive is slow about this game, to be honest. Everything's always been all the way down the lane. A full team, though. You'll see Glacial up and off of the Spooky Ghost. Nice in coming in from Snowflower. Is it going to be enough, though? They take down Koala right away, but they're not able to trade too much more damage forward just yet. PK's close to going down, and now Empty and Candy have their eyes set on Fat Fabulous. They pull him back to Stitch. It is a double kill for Zeitnot, but Stitch is alive on the outside, now forced out of the fight. It's not looking good for GRX. They have been pushed into the base. He said, I can do anything you can do better, only if you can make it over the wall to flash and smite, though. 3,500 HP. on to Baron. It's going to be Candy there as well to try and create distraction with a little bit of hit over the wall. Empty throws the fracture in, but he's not going to be able to make it. Disdain closer, goes down to Fabulous, and Stitch is now into the fight. Will they be able to take Baron off of the members of SuperMassive?
But the fights that they're winning.
Top turret down. Too difficult.
They just need to sit around, don't rush it, wait for someone to have to go wave clear that, then look for a dive if they're going to.
My eyes are on Empty, also looking at that Horn. Candy tries to go in, nearsighted, and that is going to be, I believe, GBM getting locked in. No, it's Snowflower, so he cannot initiate.
Snowflower is going to go down, so not only do you not get an inhibitor, do you not get a tower, do you not end the game, you're giving up multiple kills. I mean, the Ahri is playing more of kind of the supportive style of role, slowing them down, but they're looking for a fight now.
Zeitnot gets his Storm onto that Feather Storm, rather.
On his Zeitnot!
Solar Flare. Koala goes in, and it's going to be Zeitnot going down immediately inside the fight is Snowflower, but he goes down before being able to pop anybody else up as Stitch starts to pick up the kills we saw him getting last game. And now Fabulous is going to find himself going down. Huge plays in the triple kill for Stitch. Another deja vu. I cannot believe this.
Cut off the minions, and GRX should have it here unless GBM can pull off some sort of a miracle.
Inhibitor's going to go down. GBM the only one left here. Stomage on the backside saying, walk this way, look at me. He's trying to hit up Empty. They go for the turrets, and GRX has just flipped this game on its head. A few minutes ago, GRX was defending their inhibitors, and now inside the base of SuperMassive, they are putting on a clinic to take down the towers. Here it comes from Snowflower. Zanya's in from Candy, and game 2 goes to GRX.
What a turnaround there from GRX. They were on the brink of going for an AD build and going AP instead. Things could get mixed up, but it's going to be GBM likely here with the Ollie.
Really?
Lucian going to the bottom. Everyone hitting level 6 now, so certainly fireworks are available. They're going in.
Black Shield's a longer cooldown than a headbutt Pulverize. Soul Shackles goes down. They get a nice stun onto Zeitnot. Will he be able to come back with the damage? Flashing forward, Stitch gets the heal, and it's going to be the kill for Koala. They look to lock down Snowflower, and they will shrivel him up. No, Koala is going to back off. It looks like they'll be able to get him. He just doesn't want to give the kill to Empty. Where is good guy Stitch on this one? Come back and get the kill, bro. Wow, that is a Broman.
Those guys are playing well and looking for the dive now, perhaps.
GBM in and out of the Shroud. He did take a bit of turret aggro first. Candy very low. There's the second dash in. GBM doesn't have much more damage, and he goes down to Candy. Candy will not fall.
The 1v2
kill around the map, and Candy comes up huge on Stomage. The double killing. I think you're right. Stomage is so pressured on doing it. Soul Shackles immediately on the bot lane. A little bit of a dark binding wide, and they'll still be going for Baron, or Dragon rather. That's Infernal going over to Stomage, but now he's in a pretty sore fight as GBM gets into this one. Throws out the kunai, and now he's going to be dealing the damage. First kill to Empty. Candy's stunned. Candy's down by the hands of Zeitnot, and SuperMassive once again suffocates GRX.
Double shutdown there for Zeitnot as well. He gets a shutdown on Empty and on Candy. And they will get this kill on Koala here eventually. Stomage able to steal away that Infernal as well. That was huge.
Just a little tappy. And he gets the kill. SuperMassive.
Giving up too much. I think they need to be able to pick their moments and look for fights as Zeitnot is kind of trying to fight back on that turret because... Yeah, and I think this is pretty well orchestrated by GRX. Here comes the engage.
Flawless duet on the GBM. Candy's everywhere, trying to give him 2 and 3 things to think about. Oh my god! Koala gets absolutely obliterated by the cast, but they return the kill onto Stomage and bite back immediately. What a quick 1-2 from each team.
Yeah, trade for kills, but Lucian is on the top side. It's a 4v3 in mid lane, and the Rift Herald is available for GRX. They're looking for more.
Huge bot lanes pushing in their favor as well as they yo-yo this back and forth. They found GBM a bit. He gets out of the Shroud, and now they can see him. Fabulous is trying to be a tank on the front with Snowflower. He goes down, Unbreakable Will is there, but they will burn through it. It doesn't even matter. No, Snowflower lives. And it's Fabulous that goes down as the sacrificial lamb. A nice dive in from Stitch will solidify that kill on Alistar, and mid-turret will fall as GRX uses Rift Herald and Stomage trying to do what he can to get in or get anybody on the way out. Candy gets hit, a little bit of damage there from GBM. How much does he want? Making a choice and it's not working out for you is happening for SuperMassive in small moments. Here for Snowflower, another one not working out. Ultimate from
Zaynot,
Empty
though.
just missing onto that one, and Snowflower may be able to walk out of this one alive. Stitch won't have the final say on this one. Stitch is gonna go down right away, and they lose Snowflower on the fight anyways. Here comes the Horn, knocking up the team on the way through. His Candy can't get himself into a good spot. Stomage lives with a sliver of health as PK comes through with a quick chomp down onto Zaynot.
Almost touches Zaynot. That was really close to him being trouble.
Candy looking all right. He should be able to knock it out of this one as he gets put right to the back of the fight. The front line is still the tankiest for SuperMassive here, and they can put it into the damage area. PK gets himself into a real sore spot as he goes down. Just on the left side, they can see him. Gets the binding. This will deter them from fighting, but they know putting everything into Snowflower hasn't really worked for them just yet. Snowflower says, well, you have no choice. Dark Binding just misses over the left shoulder of every member of SuperMassive, and Stitch is unthreaded.
They take down Stitch with an
empty Stitch Candy making plays around the map until SuperMassive now finding these fights. These are the fights that they win. GBM pulls aggression. You see Stomage come in. You see a few other members, but not this time. The story's written for GRX. The kill comes through. One going in for Stitch is now the fight. Three knock up over onto Stomage, Snowflower, and Zaynot as he is the focus. Fabulous giving him great defense and peel as Zaynot can trigger back into the fight. They have lost GBM. That's a lot of damage down for SuperMassive, and they are forced to turn from the fight as GRX once again finds the fight they need for Baron.
Yeah, they're going to commit to this Baron. No chance of stopping it for Zaynot and Fabulous. GRX are going to take a huge lead in this game with the Baron secured. Just getting peeled apart.
And the thing that works in those fights is, I was just saying, I'm made to eat crow after it, but if that binding misses, GBM has just spent how much time corralling three take down the turrets with little to no pressure from SuperMassive.
Yeah, not much to do there from SuperMassive. You can see even the potential flank being set up here as GRX had SuperMassive stealing build. He is not doing something like a Maw and QSS. He's building 4 damage. He knows that there's a lot of pressure on him to be able to put out
fight tracking here. Definitely eyes on Empty to see him diving in. Snowflower for the crowd control as Koala also keeps eyes on him with the black shield. Candy's up on the top side, looking to get in the fight as the Horn comes out. Empty tries to jump in right away to deny the fight. In goes Snowflower for the double hit on the backside. Stitch goes on the side. GBM's very low off Killer Instinct right away. Fabulous tries to get out of the fight. PK zones 2 off, just behind the inhibitor. SuperMassive now trying to look at the fight and see how they can get back in. One, it's Candy. They gulp him up, and now it's the rest of the members in the eyes of SuperMassive. It does not hit, and no flip forward from GBM to re-hit that E and get the team back into the fight.
Still a really strong fight there. They're actually pinging over towards the Baron. They want to see if they can turn this into a big win. They got 1 kill, but here's GRX.
Stomage going very low, has to use the Zanyas at that point. What a hit from Empty! Knocking up 3 members of SuperMassive, and a SuperMassive hit! Big stuff from GRX as Fabulous starts to trade back with a little bit of damage on that Ornn. Empty in now, takes down Zaynot by himself in mid lane as Fabulous next to go down. PK takes him out. Stomage forced to run.
For SuperMassive in that team fight, but we're back to live and they are on the Baron.
Koala trying to defend. Soul Shackle onto Stomage to keep the smite out. Beautifully done by him, but there's going to be enough time. They can't focus on the whole time. Flash and Zanya's down there, but they have bought Stomage's eyes, and they have bought everything they need. Setting up on the right side. SuperMassive wants to take PK down. How long can he live? It's a big Cho'Gath, but he's going to go down eventually, and it's going to be pressure now from SuperMassive to come in onto GRX. How long do they stay, and do they overstay their welcome? Koala and Empty are going to be on the left side. Teleport coming in on the top to get Fabulous back in before the rest of the team. That's actually going to be Zaynot in with the culling first. Nexus is already going down. There's no chance to stop it. GRX through the front door says thank you very much. And they take...
You send him to the side lane. You pair that up with a Nocturne who can back you up and look for those 2v1 kills. That's something that SuperMassive is going to have to, I guess, but they're actually going to try to go for the fight here.
Realm Warp will put him in front of GBM, but that could be a Shockwave ultimate to keep Candy in place. Damage down to Stomage. Dragon's going to come up as he is angry about the fight and is dead. And here's the Horn. Blast code over. Oh, what a shot by PK! Eagle Eye Horn coming through. No ward over the pit just yet. It looks like that will easily go down. A little bit of movement speed for the side of
Nocturne and Rise are already here.
The reel between the turret teleports coming in from Fabulous. He starts on the enemy side of the map, and it looks like they're gonna have to maybe back out of this one. Fabulous throws down the ultimate as he starts getting out of this. They want to turn away, but it doesn't look like GRX can actually lock down any of the kills anyways. Mistake fixed for now, but SuperMassive losing a lot of pressure to PK on the top side, who has the chance to push or teleport.
Yeah, GRX was just totally ready for that, and the Nocturne ultimate being dropped dissuades a lot of it. Culling is getting low.
Culling coming out. That could be another reason for GRX to fight. Stitch uses the heal. Sight now forward a little bit, also uses his heal to get away, and here comes the Horn through one member. They get Sight not even on the flash. Dustbringer doesn't make it, but Candy does. And he picks up his first kill of the game. GRX now 3-0.
Yeah. Not being able to make it work.
Fast activation here after GRX knows how to use his forehead. Knocking those through. Big noggin PK on this Ornn.
Accurate noggin.
Accurate noggin indeed. Ooh, they try to throw down Paranoia, and it will be successful in taking down Zeitnot. They won't be able to get Snowflower, though. Still game 4 on that Ornn for PK. Koala a little too close for comfort. The culling almost killing him, but it's going to be the Ignite from Snowflower to come through.
Which have been so impactful.
It's scary. Nocturne ultimate already onto GBM in the mid lane. They are able to take him down immediately. He doesn't go anywhere. Empty's actually very low. Black shield on. Here comes Fabulous from the far lane. Absolutely decimates him as the Horn comes through. Shield your eyes from the ornographic material. Stowmage is going to be going down. Fabulous may be next as they try to turn the fight. And Zeitnot is
really in. GRX will take another win. 3 kills for just the one. They'll get the mid lane turret essentially this final game.
They find any fight and say, oh, this is ours.
They can win that fight. Unfortunately, he was nowhere to be seen, but they do now drop the Rift Herald. They get 1 turret. They're trying to push up and look to threaten a second. We'll see if they go too far.
EK is trying to stay on the front line. Searing charge backwards means he loses a bit of that ground movement that he could get back into the fight with. Candy just on the end. Horn is about to come off a cooldown. PK can use it. Fires up the Horn and he slams down the mallet. In goes Empty and he tries to get the kill, but he can fall. Empty stays alive. They've got Stowmates on the run now as Zeitnot and Fabulous try to run down mid lane. GBM's already been wiped out of the fight. There's the grab onto Stowmates. Oh, he puts himself. Finding is nice, but Snowflower still wants to crowd control the team. He has his quickness. He can get in and charm them up and at least deter the fight. Zeitnot trying to put damage onto PK. Gets hit by the Dark Binding. Koala is hitting true, but he's out of mana now. He can't offer too much.
In there.
Well, 1,700 on the Baron. Fabulous is low. That's going to be a smite for Empty, and they do grab Baron.
The Rise ult!
Koala's left out to dry, but that's all right for GRX.
So well done there by GRX. Into the fight. I don't know if you can actually afford to give up that much this early. Zeitnot was very nervous to enter the fight. Clearly didn't want to actually. Can't help but wish Zeitnot got in there a little bit more aggressively to try to. And this is the setup I talked about a lot earlier, where Rise goes to a side lane. He pushes out. There's no one that can really 1v1 match the Rise.
Very quick around the Horn, only leaving mid, second tier up. And that's already at half health. Baron minions are coming in. This is a hell of a Baron power play. Oh my God, Fabulous could go down. Use a stopwatch. It's going to be a wanted in from Snowflower. And here comes Empty for the Paranoia. Horn going all the way through the fight as PK cannot get it back in for the knockup, but it's not going to deter them from going under the turret. They do get Sight knocked down immediately. Fabulous doing what he can to stop the rest of the fight, but the turret is in the eyes of GRX now as PK goes forward with a double Searing charge knockup on a GBM and Snowflower. Snowflower with the ability to go back in now on his grand entrance and scores across the board for GRX. Everybody's had their hand in the pie. Everyone's participating, and Zeitnot is getting a little hyphy as they want to solidify some kills. They say GRX has taken too much. Airborne knocked up, knocked down is Koala as he gets a taste of his own medicine. Candy and PK from the other side now. Empty puts himself in the frying pan. No, he's going to go down to the GA. Zeitnot's on the right side of the fight. Eyes onto him as he tries to deliver in Lucian damage. A great kill onto Empty coming in from GBM, and Stitch is looking for his targets. Not even afraid afraid of a 2v1. Fabulous falls into Scion death form, and Stitch able to push the rest of the members of SuperMassive out. Down goes Snowflower.
And this could do it. We'll see. They're actually not even going to try to push the base.
They won't. Nope.
They're just taking an inhibitor, and wow, I'm actually really surprised they're not even going to try to go straight for those inhibitors. At the very least, they will.
Eyes on Stomage for the back round. Where is Snowflower going to go to the back line with his quickness? Horn goes out but doesn't do too much damage. Koala is taking a hell of a lot of damage to start. PK is not in a good spot. And so far, so good for SuperMassive to find the fight that could become in the next few seconds. Fabulous is going to be the first one here to get some face checked in. They don't have a lot of vision to do this, so it's a very haphazard walk-in for this initiation for Zeitnot. He is in the face of Candy, almost two-shot by the machine gun mage. Candy gets out alive. Quickness is used. Huge battle dance and entrance there as GRX can now re-look at the fight. Big damage from Stitch. Sonya's onto Stomage as he is forced to use a bit of that utility. It looks disgusting, Azael. A clinic here from GRX if they can win the fight, but it is going to be Candy shut down first. Fabulous trying to deny PK, trying to deny Stitch. Koala 200 HP from going down, and it looks like SuperMassive has turned the tide of the fight. PK is going to go down, and GRX is looking sore on this one.
SuperMassive against the odds and kite out the fight. Such good positioning, such strong presence of mind there to play that calm through those tense moments, and they get 2 kills. They're the ones going for the Baron here. Empty is alive with Flash. He could look to steal it. Stitch is here as well, and he is ridiculously strong.
An amazing series of absorbing whatever GRX could throw at them. And now, 30 minutes in, SuperMassive start the Baron for themselves with GRX and 3 members on the side. Featherstorm dodging out on the dissonance.
The ability to challenge us. They don't have vision in the area. They don't have, you know, the knowledge of where everyone is. And if you step forward and have one bad fight, the game ends just like that. So pick their moment, and they're gonna try to look for a fight where they at least have vision, where they at least know what's going on. But it's GRX onto the Baron once.
Whoa, they started with 3. They actually have Candy on the bot side to teleport in on this one, and he can't get Fabulous can't get there. Teleports down for him. Ornhorn comes out. They got 2 into the choke point on the bot side of jungle. But here comes the rest of SuperMassive on the backside. A nice hit up by PK in the searing charge. And a very much resurrecting Zeitnot, trying to stay alive as he gets himself back up. Relentless pursuit to safety as PK will now take down Snowflower, and this could be it, Azael. A fight on 2 fronts.
They're TPing in the base.
Could not handle. That's going to be Stomage going down. GRX looking great inside the base of SuperMassive. Unstoppable as he gets into the base. Fabulous stays alive as he can give one last ounce of breath with Zeitnot to defend the Nexus. GRX looking to move on to the main stage. 18-8 in one of the bloodiest series we've had as teams try to make it. Fabulous low, but it is GRX, Stitch, Koala, and PK to put the finishing touches on the game. They know they've got it. They're padding the stats. GRX has to feel fantastic in their first ever appearance at Worlds. They're going to be making it to the main stage. SuperMassive doing everything they can to stop them, but it'll never be enough. GRX is moving on.
And what a series from the LMS 3rd seed, 3-1, battling back in multiple games, getting stronger and stronger throughout the showing, throughout the day. They really did earn it here, and Stitch has put on such an incredible performance throughout the group stage, throughout the knockout stage here today against Zeitnot and Snowflower.
And what a lane that was to watch. I cannot wait for what the rest of Worlds has for us.
Your ranking.
What you got? Oh, perfect. So for me, I have number 1 being Edward Gaming. That one seems very obvious.
Ooh.
GRX coming in at second. I felt like they already had the stronger players. They just had to prove to me that they are better team fighters as well. Their team fighting really proved it for me today, going up against really tough opponents in SuperMassive as well. Then I had Cloud9 and then G2 Esports. I thought both teams really underperformed in their own series. I thought G2 had great talent in the top side. Both Yankos and Wonder really sold it for me, but for Cloud9, I thought there was more direction in their team fighting.
Does this mean directly you equate this with EDG will have the most success? Let's take a look at Mark's.
All right, let's see what they do with mine. I had a couple interesting selections. There we go. That's what I had. So yeah,
like this.
EDG by far the best team in play-ins.
Yeah.
They look like a team that could actually get out of one of the groups they're getting placed in. I feel like the other 3 are going to have a really, really raw them.
Yeah. And I'm also a little confused exactly as to who is drawing, and for Shai is currently drawing. And oh yeah, now I recognize him. It was hard to see. So you cannot enter a group where there already a team from your region in it. That's why we still go through the draw. There we have GRX, which will bounce through and automatically get put in the Fnatic Thunder Thieves IG group.
Yep, and so we kind of knew this one was coming, and I'm sure we'll get into breaking down all the groups for now, but I do think even heading into that group, they do feel like the underdogs, perhaps with 100 Thieves. We'll have to see how they match up.
It just makes it really fun watching the group play out. 100 Thieves, Fnatic, GRX, that all will seem up in the air. For me, the standout team is going to be Invictus Gaming, Rookie coming out. But Candy versus Rookie seems like already a pretty cool matchup to see.
Yeah, I wish there was a more like definitive through line for this group about like what matchups you want to see, because obviously you want to see the Shy, then you want to see Caps, you want to see probably Afro or Someday in the top lane, and for GRX, probably Candy or Empty. So there's not quite all of them stacked up in the same spot.
And just to be clear, if C9 or G2 get drawn out, that means they go in Group A, I believe. That would be the first one up on the slate. And there we have.
There we go.
Oh, G2 gets what they did not want, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. I think they wanted to match up versus Team Liquid, actually, and KT and Mad. However, I do believe, I'm just going to wait on confirmation because there we go, in Group A with the Freaka Freaks, Flash Wolves, and Buffalo.
And remember hearing the interview talking about, I think it was Wonder that said it, hearing rumors about Hwangwoo, Buffalo, not necessarily wanting to go up against them, because remember, this is a Vietnamese squad that is going to be aggressive, has a great top laner. And if you look towards Flash Wolves and Afrika, enough said, the top side of the match for a lot of these teams are going to be impressive.
This is a weird group to me because
It's very odd.
Depending on how much you're buying into the hype, it's either impossible or it's very doable, because
Yeah.
Hwangwoo, I've heard people say like, oh, they could be the top 4 team. So I'm going to hold my breath on Group A for now.
There we go with EDG, who will be placed into the group with Team Liquid, Mad, and KT. And that now becomes such a hard group for any team there, but I would say mostly for Mad and TL.
Yeah, I mean, TL definitely, NA fans collectively groaning when they see EDG joining their group, especially with how dominant they looked in the plains.
I mean, we knew it was coming, but when you then see it in the actual
Oh, yeah.
group graphic, you're like, all right, it's sinking in. This is not going to be easy. And just to make sure, this should, of course, be Cloud9, who will get updrawn, as it was written in the stars, into the group of death with Genji, RNG, and Vitality.
So people were all watching plans to see how it'd shake up, if there would be that extra team. Maybe GRX would be taken out of the equation, an extra play-in team comes in. So at least there's some hope for North America and for Cloud9 in particular. Cloud9 is going to be put in a really rough position. I think they come out with a very clear condition, pretty early game heavy. I want to see how they fare up against Genji and RNG, two great team fighters. They could make a break for it in the early portions of the game.
Alrighty, so, yeah, what's our
Guys,
first?
I'm here with GRX's Candy. Congratulations on that close series. Now, I really want to point out your career because you have come such a long way in just the past year. You went from failing to qualify for the LCK in spring with CJ Entis to now moving on to the group stage of Worlds. So please tell me a little bit about your journey and what this moment really means to you.
네, 우선 승리 정말 축하드리고요. 우선 커리어적인 것에 대해서 여쭤보고 싶은데 CJ 엔투스에서 정말 승격을 못하는 그런 아픔도 겪고 나서 지금은 월드 챔피언십 그룹 스테이지에 진출하셨습니다. 이 긴 여정이 어떤 의미를 갖고 있을까요?
일단은 제가 프로게이머 생활을 하면서 3번의 승강전을 했는데 다 떨어져가지고 그런 걸 겪다 보니까 약간 안 될 그건가 그런 생각도 많이 안 좋게 많이 생각했는데 GRX라는 팀에 들어가게 돼가지고 이렇게 롤드컵까지 진출해서 정말 너무 뜻깊은 것 같아요.
So during my pro gamer career, I've been to 3 promotions. Every time I failed, so the negative thoughts like should I just give up always got me. But after joining GRX, now I am the group stage, so it's so happy.
And the team seemed a little bit nervous coming into today's games, but when it came down to it, it looks like everyone stepped forward, and especially you, almost the star of the show on so many different champions. So really, how did everyone manage to stay calm and take the close series?
사실 경기 전에 GRX 선수분들이 조금 긴장된 그런 모습도 보였고 특히 캔디 선수는 정말 주인공 역할인 여러 챔프를 많이 하셨는데 그럼 팀원 전체적으로 어떻게 그런 긴장감을 좀 잘 컨트롤하고 경기에 임하셨나요?
사실 다른 팀원들은 모르겠고 저는 오늘 좀 긴장을 했어요. 왜냐면은 BO5랑 그 많이 최소 3판 이상 해야 되는 경기인데 거의 1년 동안 해본 적이 없어가지고 왜냐면은 그 LMS 정규 시즌 때는 저 다른 미드 정글이 한 명 더 있어가지고 그래가지고 이번에 좀 긴장을 했는데 되게 팀원들이 실수할 때마다 좀 다독여줘가지고 잘 할 수 있었던 것 같아요.
So basically, I was nervous before game because it was best of 5. It means I have to play at least 3 games, and he has never experienced it in the past year because he always had the sub-mid laner, so he never experienced it in the LMS league. But today he was so nervous, but every time he made mistake, all the teammates were like, "It's okay, you're doing good." So he was able to kind of keep calm and chill and move on.
Will you be moving back to best of ones in the group stage, in which you will be placed into Group D along with 100 Thieves, Fnatic, and IG? So what do you really think are the strengths of that group, and how are you going to match up?
네, 이제 그룹 D에 편성돼서 다시 단판제를 치를 건데요. IG, 프나틱, 100 띠브즈를 만날 겁니다. 네, 그 전력을 어떻게 생각하시고 또 거기서 어떻게 활약하실 것 같은가요?
사실 되게 힘들 것 같아요. 되게 힘들 것 같지만 그래도 최선을 다해서 몇 세트라도 따내는 게 저희한테는 좀 의미 부여가 좀 될 것 같아요.
I can say it's gonna be a big challenge, but I want to get as many victories that I can get.
Well, Candy, thank you and the best of luck to you. That's it for us here. Back to you.